So how you guys doing? Welcome back. Here we are. All of the usual suspects. You guys doing all right?
Pretty good, pretty good.
hmm
I got a call from Adrian a little bit earlier,
He was
and
up
he
north.
was, yeah, he's up north a little bit. So chatted for a couple of minutes. I kind of expect him to show up on the
He was up
call.
in Chester.
What's that now?
He was up at Lake Almanor. He sent me a picture. I said, "What the hell are you doing up there?"
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
He's
long haul.
way outside of
Yeah, I
the
said you
comfort
lost. Oh,
zone. But yeah. Wow, this is really, things are changing all the time, so it's good way to keep your brain engaged.
yeah.
Stay active, be like it keeps you young. So I like it. So we were chatting a little bit before we started up. Ryan was talking about how he's hiring. So yeah, stuff's happening. They're expanding. He's hiring, and I'm actually hiring someone too. So we're talking about that, and got me thinking about that just as a topic. What system do you use for hiring people? What's your application process? Do you have kind of a system in place that you really stick to? Where do you look for people? I mean, do you run an ad somewhere? Do you have your employees go out and look for other employees? I'm curious.
Stealing from other employees.
Yeah. Do you poach them?
Yeah, I had that happen to me once.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was funny because I was out on a job once and I came back to my truck and a competitor's card was in my on my windshield or in my I threw it in my window or something.
Yeah.
It was funny, I mean, they didn't know it was the owner of the company whose truck they were like leaving their card on. I was like, you sneaky bastard.
Yeah.
But hey, man, all's fair. Um, people can take your employees, and maybe you need to treat your employees better. Maybe make
No,
the
he
work
offered him
right.
everything, and at the end, he got nothing.
Yeah, right. So who wants to go first? Who wants to share your secrets about finding just the right people for your team?
Uh, I don't think I'm, I don't think I'm the best guy. For a while, I was kind of just hiring people I know and friends, and I didn't really have a system in place. But now, last couple of years, I've been using Indeed,
Okay.
and it seems to work. I mean, I'm not like the best organized guy, so I'm like doing these things and learning as much as I can is helping a lot. But I'm trying to put some systems and okay, well, this is the first time where I did an interview. I did a couple interviews in person where I actually asked them to do things like measure some
Wow.
glass, use a show me that you can actually use a drill, and just kind of like situational questions. Where again, earlier on, I was kind of just having conversations with people I know and kind of just trusting them that way. Um, but these are two green, totally green guys. So that's also kind of why I was just saying, hey, show me if you can do something, you know?
Do something.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm curious to see what other people say because I honestly want to know too.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks for being willing to be vulnerable and say that. And congratulations on trying different things. It's like I think we all start out just like look asking a friend, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's like the standard thing you do when you're brand new. I mean, what else can you do? It's like just ask people you know. And now you've gone from that to like trying Indeed, which like I've had luck with that in the past. So yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah.
We do the same thing. We post on Indeed and LinkedIn. I get a lot of applicants through LinkedIn, but when we get our resumes, we just shortlist them and I outsource all the HR. So it's all pre-screened and it outsourced. So they do a phone interview, and then once we know the applicant makes sense to work for us, at that point they come in for an actual interview. So we're not wasting our time. So we've tried to eliminate as much of our time as possible because we can put an ad out in the first week, we can get 300 applicants for it.
Wow.
So
Wow.
we don't want to sift through it. So we'll just high level go through them, send them out, and then they go into the weeds, and we may get 5 that are actually worth talking to. So
Are they
we just,
asking just like basic questions?
well, that's the thing. We try and get really in depth with it. So we're not wasting our time, and we know exactly what we want. Like if we have a specific, like if we're hiring for a lead shower installer, we're going to want to know what their experience is. And first, like even some of the stuff that we've, from trial and error, we've interviewed people who didn't have a valid driver's license that they thought they would have a helper who would drive them around. Well, you didn't specify that I needed to have a license. Like you don't ask, you don't get, right? So you learn these things as you go. So just to read them out,
Yeah.
and
It's like you didn't ask me if I wasn't going to steal the tools. So I figured, I'd steal the tools.
right, yeah. Or sometimes, again, do you want them to bring their own tools, have their own tools, or are you going to supply them?
Yeah.
Like just even certain metrics do you want? I have people that will apply that live 3 hours away and expect to drive in every day. But, we live in Canada. There's weather. We know you're not going to make it if there's an ounce of snow. So we can't depend on that. So we got really good about, really screening our criteria. And then we outsource it so that we know that our applicants that we're going to spend the time and bring them in and interview them that are coherent, that are going to go into people's houses, residences, this is people that we have to know, like, and trust. We're going to spend the time and do face-to-face interviews with them and not spend the time on multiples, but the actual ones that make sense and not waste our time on those questions because that's already been pre-screened. So, but it took a while to get there. And I've had candidates that I've kept on too long in the past where I thought I could change them or, they're nervous. Hire fast and I'll fire faster. Because I know now.
Yeah.
Have a system, have a standard, and keep to it. So no deviating. I know now.
Well,
That's it. All I got.
Yeah, no, that's great. So you're talking about outsourcing your HR. How are you doing that?
So we have a third-party company. We just pay a subscription fee like every month. So they do all our health and safety topics. If there's ever an internal complaint, they call them directly, not me. So if there was ever like an internal issue that required any sort of health and safety, like not even health and safety, but any sort of human resources type stuff, all the documentation for hiring, firing is all done by third party. Any labor relation stuff, it just keeps me at arm's length away and I don't have to deal with the paperwork. So when we onboard the employees, they onboard. If they have to offboard, they offboard. And then everything is legal and compliant. And I don't have to worry about, did I screw up doing something in the heat of the moment? I'm covered.
So do you like even have to tell a guy, hey, you're fired, or do they do that?
I have to still do it, but
All right.
the documentation that I hand out day of with the employment records and everything is all prepared and ready to go.
So you tell the HR people, hey, I'm letting this guy go. What do I need to do, or what do I need to have, or and they tell you, well, this is it. We'll send it over, and
And they'll come in with me
yeah.
as like a witness or whatever, but yeah.
Wow, okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So is it the same? Like I know a lot of times payroll companies provide that as another benefit.
Yeah, same
This,
idea.
yeah.
But we did this is separate out of payroll,
Okay.
but
All right.
this
Cool.
is just strictly HR.
Wow. That sounds like heaven to me, man.
As this
Yeah.
started growing, one employee turned into two employees and turned into eight. This is when it started to become necessary because I wasn't going to do this stuff. I don't know any of this. So it's just nice to know that at the end of the day, you're compliant. Even with stuff just like an injury report at work,
Right.
it's covered. They have all the paperwork ready to go that they know how to document it, have all the forms ready so that everything's legit on board, ready to go. So it covered the gamut for everything. So it's like a little insurance policy ready to go.
We have paychecks and they do all that for us too.
Yeah, I was think I. It seems like I remember that. Yeah, Paychecks or ADP or what. I think all of them do. What also offer that as a service. So yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, we're talking about hiring. You know, what is your process for finding applicants? How do you move them through the process? Do you have a system for that? Or are you still kind of figuring that out? Yeah, and Ryan was just sharing a little bit about his process. Sounds like he's got it pretty dialed in. Kind of outsourcing a lot of that. But what do you guys do?
It's trial and error. We've been,
Yeah.
I mean, we're so small. We were trying to get guys, that had the experience. So we've, not necessarily poached, but we've gotten hit up by other, guys that used to work at different companies and stuff. And it's like good and bad
Come on, dude.
because it's good that, they have the experience behind them, but then bad, because they pick up bad habits and then it's hard to break that. And so if they're doing, they're used to doing, I would say a crap job, that they're used to, and then you're trying to like, hey, that's not the way we want to do it. We want to do it this way. It's really tough to break that, and that we had an issue with my last guy that was like that. He came in real strong, and it was just like little things. I'm like, hey, man, you need to, that's not the way we do it here. We would like you to implement, this way of installing or whatever. And he would do it for a little bit and then just go back to his ways, and it was just like constant. And, between measuring and installing, it was just too much. And so we're kind of on a
Give me a
fine
little
line
time.
now. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry, talking to my wife. She's looking at me.
Oh, yeah, no, it's so we're kind of on a line right now where it's going to start getting busier. And so we're like contemplating getting another guy to start. And I'm wondering if I should just, get somebody that at least has, obviously knowledge with tools and stuff like that that's capable that could learn. And so that way we can kind of mold it because we have a guy that's on our team now. He's a young kid that came on like basically right out of high school. We were his second job, and he's been with us for a little over 2 years, and it's been great. He's not to the level of being a lead. I mean, he's almost there, but there's still some stuff that he needs to kind of work on. But yeah, it's just kind of tough because it's a long time to train somebody the way you want them to, as far as a lead. So I don't know. Still trial and error though, but Indeed's the way to go so far.
I'm dealing with that right now with that new hire I got. It was nice, like a honeymoon stage, and then I was like, On my way home, got a customer calling unhappy. I'm like, oh, so I stopped by, and sure enough, dude, like, I gotta send them back, tear it out, clean up the silicone, and I'm gonna go back and install it. Dude, it's like, damn it.
Ouch. I
Yeah,
noticed you got more gray hair than you used to have.
yeah, it's stressful, stressful owning a company, man.
I know.
It's not easy.
It's not for the faint of heart.
No, it's not. I wish it. Told my brother another couple years. I think we wanted to sell it. I don't know. I miss just working for my dad. He took a lot off our plate, but I mean it's okay. I guess I don't know. Maybe a few years it'll be different. Get him a little more experience on my belt. So yeah, I'm with Cameron, man. I hired a guy, and he worked out pretty good, and I told him how I wanted things, and then he's just seems like the guys with experience are the most assholes out there. They don't want to listen to nothing you gotta say.
1,000%.
It's like, dude, little fuck face, shut up and just listen to what I gotta say. And I can't even talk to them like that. That's what's messed up.
You're not allowed to anymore.
20 years ago, yeah, you'd be able to say it. Now these little softies with these little safe spaces, you gotta be nice to them now. God, man,
You got to know their pronouns and stuff.
I don't care about that. I won't. No.
Oh
No,
boy. Oh
but
boy.
yeah. You know what I'm talking about, huh, Cameron? Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
I,
I'm like,
I typically don't like
a
to
lot.
cuss, but this one, today was just one of those days.
No, it's funny because it's like I remember because well, like you grew up in the glass shop, and as did I. I mean, I was doing glass, you know, shoot, I think I was doing it like freshman, sophomore year, and in
Yeah,
summers and stuff.
yeah.
And dude, it was brutal, man. You
The
get
old,
you get
the,
your ass chewed out for
the older,
anything, and they're
the older
yeah,
guys,
yeah. I mean,
like, dude, like, yeah. But you know
Tim,
what?
I know you were one of them too. No,
But you know what? I liked it though, man, because it molded me into the person I am. It's like, yeah. I have
That's what.
the I don't give a shit kind of feelings, but you know what? Now you got to.
Yeah,
Like, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah.
So,
I can
hey,
relate to
Timmy,
that
I
so
was around
much.
your area today, man. That's a long drive.
What were you doing there, man?
Measuring a bunch of shower doors, railings, some mirrors, some cabinet glass. Uh,
So how far from home?
about 2.5 hours.
Do you normally work that far away?
No, just no one doesn't want to go up that way. So so
They
so
made you an
we
offer you couldn't refuse?
pretty much. I told you they give me a blank check. Just want to get it done. Never had a
Blank
blank check
check.
before. I never had a blank check. I don't know what to do. I'm like,
Makes you
like,
think, doesn't it?
yeah, it's like whatever it is. They just want to know the number, and once they get the number, fill in the deposit and cash it in. That's all they want. Okay.
Wow.
And never
Okay.
had
That's why
one.
Adrian will stay full service. He will not do not full service because there's no one else to do what you can do.
Yeah.
That's I understand
But
why
I spent
not everyone can narrow down, right?
Yeah, and I spent all day. It's like if I don't get the job, I spent the whole day just driving up there, coming back. It's a beautiful drive though, man. It's nice.
So for those certain jobs, you don't try to pre-qualify. Like certain ones you can, but for those that are like high enough, you're willing to just drive and not even try to
Yeah,
pre-estimate
it's
because
too
you got to do
much.
so
It's too
much.
much. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's too much. I'd rather go on a job site and see it for myself,
that makes
So
sense. The relationship closes those deals in a lot of
yeah, and I went to lunch with
circumstances.
them, and they went to
Yeah.
lunch. We had a nice little conversation. They bought me lunch. It's like I got to know them like on a personal level too. Now, like, okay, I know I got the job in the bag, so it's good.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of nice houses they're building up there.
yeah, I don't know if you know. Do you know the Moorheads?
The who?
The Moorheads? No.
Wow.
You're
Yeah.
on the west side. We're over on the east side.
Okay.
Like,
The west side's always better than the east side.
it's nice.
Most places.
What? What? Nah.
And the shop from Chico comes
The
up there.
west. The west is always the best.
Yeah, the shop out of Chico comes up there a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what. No, I guess they didn't want to use them. I guess I don't know. I get Miller's glass from there. I guess they didn't
Yeah,
want to use
Miller's,
it.
that's it. Yeah.
They didn't want to go up there. They didn't want to do the job. I'm like, okay, well, I'll do it. Shoot.
Right?
So,
And the only shop that was in Chester, she moved to Susanville.
oh, okay. Yeah, I drove around.
You can't get anything delivered up there.
No,
No,
dang,
she'd have to go down to Chico. She
to
had a
get it.
warehouse and everything we dropped off down there, and she'd have to go get it.
Makes sense. Yeah, because there's nothing between that and Chico. There's nothing.
No.
So I can
Well,
see that.
Tim, because whereabouts are you at? I thought you were out of Monterey.
Well, I'm in Sand City, but where he was at today, we have a house up there, Lake Almanor.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. I'm going to take next time. Taking my fishing pole.
They got a lot of nice fish in that lake.
Yeah, yeah. Now I'm gonna. Yeah, we're gonna. They even offered for a hotel. I'm like, okay, well then I'll just check that off the list. You guys get the hotel, and then yeah, we're gonna probably stay there 2 nights and do the work. No big deal.
So is that the job that has some handrail you're looking
Some
at?
handrail, yeah, the one I called you about.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you guys. I called Chris. He was, he couldn't help me. Thanks, Chris.
I'm a
Anyways.
mushroom farmer, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, so I'm doing some railing. I already know the answer. It's just I was wondering, the customer doesn't want a lot of seams, um, but it's a long span. I got one that's like 191 inches wide, and she just wants to see if we could do a big center one in the middle, like at 8 feet, and then two flankers on the side. But I go, that's too wide. You're gonna have to break that up.
Go warp on them.
Yeah.
I mean, the bow and tempering.
Yeah. Has anybody experienced that? I mean, I know you're not supposed to, and if they're gonna get what do you call it? If they're gonna get and it's a brand new house, so they're just getting inspected. I don't wanna, go over the threshold of what the limits we could do. So you guys have any experience in that?
Are you doing? You said it was 191.
Yeah.
Are you doing what type of handrail system?
We're gonna do the lock system.
Taper
So
lock.
like the base
Taper lock,
shoot?
taper lock, yeah, taper lock, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way they have the wood set at, they wanted to go with the windscreen boots, whatever. But where they have the wood at, I don't have enough to grab, so we have to go with the lock, lock type, and then because it's in the center, we're just gonna have to. That's the only way we could do it. So they didn't put the wood in the right place for me to hit wood and grab. So
So now, are you planning on going with like the Sentry layer,
the what again?
the laminated?
Yeah, yeah,
Center glass.
yeah. It's gonna
So
be
now,
safety. Yeah,
so if
laminated. Yeah.
it's laminated, like if it's laminated and tempered, doesn't that give you an out around like making the panels narrower?
I have no idea. Like I don't do too many of these. I've only done maybe like 3 jobs, but I'm not very. So I'm asking maybe Ryan has some suggestions or some other guys in here.
Yeah, I think you can now span it to whatever you want if you're using like an SGP or a Century Glass inner layer.
Yeah.
Especially if you put a top cap on it.
They don't want top cap.
Okay, you can probably still get away with it if
You can get away with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's laminated, I think you can make it whatever you want.
Okay.
can do it as more
Perfect.
continuous.
With that Sentry glass, you don't need a top cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Right.
they
You can
want
do it
they wanted to
continuous.
see right out to the lake because their back balcony is just it's right there. Like the lake is right there. They don't want no visibility,
No obstructions.
distractions,
Yeah.
Yeah.
nothing.
I think in the base shoot you'd be fine to have it,
Okay.
beyond like a 5 foot section. And it should be fine.
Just 5 foot.
Or no, beyond that. I think you can do
Oh,
it.
okay.
I think you could probably get it however you want to get it. I'm sure worst case there, I'm sure you can get someone to stamp it
Okay.
that way.
What
All right.
thickness are you thinking of using?
3/4.
Oh God, you'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. How
Yeah.
so
Good
how
luck lifting it there. That's your biggest problem.
Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna say
that's what I was wondering.
how are you
I
gonna
ain't
get
lifting
it? Yeah,
shit. I got guys that are gonna lift it for me.
I would
Shit.
have a
I don't
crane
know if you
out there,
could.
man. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
it's
gonna
like
have. We're gonna have a crane. We're gonna have all that. We're gonna have all
those
that
guys
stuff.
got deep pockets, man. Just
Oh,
like
they do.
I would have a crane. I'd make it all just one piece.
Hey, close the door, dude. I got mosquitoes in here, dude. I'm gonna knock you out.
Jeez,
Yeah.
got the door open.
Freaking kids. I know. I'm at home. I hate being at home for this
The
reason.
lights on too.
I know, right? Hey, Tony,
All of
close the
them
door,
too,
dude.
and the TVs.
Then leave them out
Yeah.
there then. Yeah, anyways.
There's no place like home.
There isn't. Forget it, mosquitoes are crazy right now around here, man. That's one thing I hate is mosquitoes and flies. Ugh. Things I like to eat shit and things that like to suck your blood. Ugh, I can't do that.
IRS. You name it, man.
Yeah. So
Cool.
sounds like a
Yeah.
damn Democrat. Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Sounds good, man. Sounds like you're
So I feel better about it now. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna, like I said, I gotta do some drawings and stuff, and I gotta, yeah. So
If you've got the money in the job, pay someone $1,500 to stamp a drawing for you. It'll be fine.
stamp a drawing, okay.
Like
Yeah.
just draw it up as one piece, however big you want it, and you'll get an engineer to stamp your own drawing, and then
I'll get their engineer to stamp it.
yeah.
So
then
he
you're
was
fine.
there. He was there today. I think there was some fancy guy with the tie that was
there
there.
you go. Whatever he says.
Yeah.
Good.
So-
If they want 191, say I want 191.
Oh, I ain't doing on the 191. Heck no, dude. No way.
Why not?
I think we can make
Getting a
it.
crane?
Why not? Yeah. If they'll make it, and get it there, and you got
I
a crane
vaguely-
to set it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I vaguely recall open a blank check. What was that?
Yeah,
they
blank
did.
check.
Like that movie, huh? Remember guys that movie, that Blake check that kid wrote out $1 million?
Don't
Damn.
forget to put in something for your consultation fee that we're charging you right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am.
by the
Yeah.
minute.
Charged by the hour. Yeah.
$1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000.
$5, $5,
Consultation and
Yeah.
therapy fee for Adrian.
That's about right.
$5. Yeah, $5. Yeah.
So I
$5.
think we're gonna make the glass 3/4.
3/4. Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. That's what they wanted. That's what they asked. Request was 3/4. I'm like, all right, we can do 3/4. No problem. So
Overkill.
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. I know it
Sounds
is.
all right.
So I'm gonna try to talk them to doing 1/2 inch. I'm just today I was just everywhere with them, so I'm gonna see if I can do that. But 1/2 inch will be okay, right?
9/16 we call it. Yeah.
9/16.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do 9/16.
Still be fine. Still be fine. I
And
think.
there's test reports, or Cyril Lawrence has test reports on all that stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do 9/16. So
Low iron.
they were doing low
Works.
iron there. She wants low iron. She's one those. Yeah, she's one no.
Yeah.
If you're not doing a top cap, what's she so worried about the seams for? I mean, the seams are pretty. Not
Well,
really.
because
visible.
she got to have the top. I mean, she has the palm. I don't know, man.
Because the seams are invisible because they're
Yeah.
just made of air. But
I told-
making them line up, especially the longer they get, getting them to
Yeah.
line up, is going to be the
Yeah.
trickiest.
Well,
Well-
yeah, especially with no top cap either, because
Exactly.
literally it's just okay.
Well,
Hopefully,
I wanna-
it's not bowed.
I'm gonna talk to her about it though. I go, we're gonna go with low iron. I mean, you're not gonna see the seams in it really much anyway if you go low iron. It's gonna look freaking clear.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk to her like today, but today I just yeah. I just had so much to go over and just figure out what they wanted and stuff. So
If I were you, I would wet glaze that thing rather
Wet
than
glaze it?
paper lock.
yeah.
At least then, if you're going to do it with no top cap, you can clamp that thing and just pour the thing in, and
Yeah.
it's going to line up.
We
What do you guys use to cut your guys' bottom shoe?
A great big saw. Got a
That's what I
great
have.
big.
That's what I have too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Diablo blades is what we use.
Okay, that's what I have
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I was wondering if
From,
there was something
I
else
like
Home
different.
those. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by GlassGadget.com. Showcase Innovations creates tools that help shower door installers be more efficient and save time. Check out GlassGadget.com for more information.
get kind of
We have
shaky.
a
Yeah, but
bandsaw that we use too.
bandsaw, yeah, that's what somebody use. So yeah,
Bandsaw. I mean, if you're cladding it,
yeah, cutting it.
you don't have to really worry that much about getting really nice cuts, right?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, the cladding. I mean, you got to get the cladding cut really nice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but it's like the shoe, you don't have to worry.
yeah.
You'll cover it all
But
up.
wet glaze it, yeah. So I got
Well,
that. I got a big old saw too. I got the big
I agree
old.
with Ryan. I think wet glaze.
I think I was thinking of doing wet glaze anyways. So I was like, but because if they want to go that span, I prefer to do that anyways.
well,
because the
Wet
taper
glaze.
lock is nice, but you don't really have much. You don't really have any adjustment in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of try. I mean, you can kind of try to like shim it.
yeah, I have.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to do that, but really, it's like it's designed to be put in perfectly, plumb, and then like
I read my laser level and it was pretty damn close from one end to the other end. So
It's
we'll
not
see.
even that though. If you're doing tempered lammy, you could
Yeah.
have that glass bowed.
That's true.
And if you
Exactly.
have one going one way and one going the other, and even if you flip them, one
Yeah.
bends more than the other. Just I
Pain in the
prefer,
butt. Pain in the butt. Huh?
especially if you're gonna do a lammy, I would just wet glaze it. Then you at
Yeah.
least know the tops you can line up.
Yeah. That's all that matters, huh?
Yeah.
But if you wet glaze it, you can't use the concrete. You got to use that either dowel or Secaflex because the concrete will eat up the
the inner layer.
the quickcrete.
Oh, okay.
But Dow and Secaflex has this. You can buy them in gallon cans and you mix them up and pour it. And a lady came down and did a demo for us.
Who
It works
did?
great. Huh?
Who did?
Secaflex.
The wrap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, did one
She's
for
came by a
us.
few times. Yeah.
And then I saw at the trade show Dow Corning had one too. That you mix up and pour.
Okay. Got
And,
it.
then if you ever have to take it out, you can cut it out too.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. That makes it easy. All right. Appreciate you guys' help. Good night.
That's what we
No,
do.
not playing.
I'll send you the bill.
Send it to 1000 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, right.
So where'd you eat up there?
I ate at some Chinese restaurant. It was okay. That was nice. It was when a chow mein is soft and mushy, like okay, you just stays and it turned out to be crap.
There's another one down the streets that's better.
The bistro or something like that. Yeah, it was too fancy for me. I like the hole in the wall places, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but this one was disappointing. So, yeah, that's all my questions for today. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Have you done your wall yet?
yeah, I gotta go back, man. I freaking one glass didn't fit.
Uh-oh.
Freaking $500 on the drain, dude. Ugh. It's all right. I have money in there for an extra panel just in case that was gonna happen.
Yeah, you got to do that.
You always gotta have extra money in there for a mess, though, dude.
Yeah.
But it doesn't pay the cost of us going back. That costs us more, but at least something you can pay for. I'll send you guys a picture. I have progress pictures. It's just right now I'm like it's not all done yet, so it's like ah. And then yeah, I'll show you guys.
All right. So anyway, getting back to the topic. Anybody else have a story or?
I did my
I
first
can share.
zero clearance hinge the other day.
Oh, I've seen that.
That was neat.
Ooh, people are asking a lot about that.
Huh?
People are asking a lot about those.
Yeah. It was great. You know. The funny part was I didn't because we put the panel in last year because she didn't want a door. And I went back to look at it. Well, there was no room on the hinge side on the granite for a hinge. I couldn't put a wide back hinge. And that thing worked just great.
Really?
Carried the weight. And
Do they finally have the cutouts like good to go? Because I tried ordering some like middle of last year, and it was a nightmare trying to get the Oldcastle to actually cut it because they had the cutouts, but they for whatever reason didn't have the deductions or something like that. And I went round and round between
Yeah.
CRL and Oldcastle to try and get that.
well, CRL has the
Showers Online has the hinge now inside the program, so it has it for you.
Yeah, because here at Lawrence they have two cutouts, one for 1/8 inch clearance and one for 1/4 inch clearance. And I did the 1/4 inch, and last time I did it just fine.
Nice. I'm gonna try them.
I got a house coming up. I think it's got 6 shower doors. I'm gonna see if they'll go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause you can get a big door on there too, right? It's like up to 39 inches or something like that, or
40
41.
inches. Well, this one was 31.5 by 84, but it'll go up, I think 42 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
I think
the job I actually had two of them, and they were like both, one was 40 and the other one was like 41 and a half or something like that. And so because of the weight, we were able to cheat it and run the Victorias, because it wasn't super tall.
Yeah.
So we were able to get away with it, but yeah, it was a freaking nightmare, man. It was like for weeks going back and forth with Oldcastle, just trying to get those cutouts, and that finally got the cutouts, and then I was like, okay, well here it is. It's like, well, okay, well, what are the deductions you want? I was like, I have no idea. Like that's your job. Like you tell me, what do I need? And yeah, it was just and so I
It
just
calls for
finally
an
gave
1/8
it up.
inch on both sides, for width.
Oh, okay.
But I already had the panel in place, so it's, do you make it bigger or do you make it smaller to make sure it'll fit the opening? So because you always don't get your glass what you order it, plus or minus.
Yeah,
So it came out good though.
that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I got this job coming up. That same house I was at, they want some tall doors, 1/2 inch. Just thinking about using those zero hinges. Give them a whirl to see what happens.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hey, they give me a blank check and do whatever I want.
Why not? It's experimenting. It's your
I
big
can come up
chance
and
to try
supervise
it.
if you need a supervisor.
What?
I can come up and supervise if you need a supervisor.
Come on. How much do you want?
Yeah, I don't need a hotel room either, so I just
I was gonna say, man, how much would you rent your house for me for a couple
There you
days?
go.
yeah.
Got a blank check, man.
Yeah.
I'll write you in there.
The only problem when it snows, you really can't get to it.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna have any more snow for a while. I think that was it, right?
I don't know.
There was a little bit of snow. It was pretty dry and clean. So there's a little bit left over, but not too much.
Yeah, the bypass was running pretty good.
Oh, dude, I know. I seen it, man. Like, damn, I should have bought my pole, dude. Damn it. Messed up on that deal.
Super bypass.
You supervise and I'll go fish. Oh, okay. Any day. Let's do it.
Oh, you're breaking up, Rob. Oh, man.
Oh,
Not getting it. Not getting it.
can't hear you.
The IT guy, man, The IT guy has always got IT problems.
IT guys are just as bad as experienced glaziers that you hire.
That's right. So true. So true. Let's switch to
There we
his
go.
other
How's that
computer.
audio?
There you go. That's much better.
Hey.
My computer can't handle it because I'm running I'm watching the Facebook Live, the Zoom Pro, the follow up, the email, trying to make
Football
sure I
game.
monitor the hackers. Like, so my computer starts by 30 minutes in, like the computer's like overloaded, and then I'm out when I try to actually talk, it's like, oh no, we don't got memory for that. So sorry about that, guys. Happened last week too. But for hiring, I would say the thing I've seen go on over and over is when we were guerrilla warfare, it's like Facebook Marketplace, Facebook ads. What do you get? The same thing with normal leads, high volume, low quality, a lot of back and forth to get to your end game. If you don't have a lot of revenue, don't have a lot of capital to invest in it, that's the way you do it is you tell your employees, you find other quality people, you look at restaurants where people are grinding it out and they hate their job, but they're good workers. You run Facebook ads. When you have a little more money, you run the LinkedIn ads. That's a little more qualification. The best thing I've seen is the Indeed. That's the feedback from everyone else's feedback or a professional hiring service. And the exact reason that Ryan said. In the beginning, yeah, if you want that back and forth time, do it. But as you grow and as you go, you're gonna want to like remove yourself from that back and forth process. And what you get for paying that is someone else that sifts through the back and forth, the driver's license, the bad personality check that would have acknowledged their bad attitude from the beginning. And all you get is that good qualified rep. And now you just got to see, did they pass the test? Did they just lie to get to, yes, I'm trainable and whatever else I told this agency to set up for me? Like you can make them do activities or multiple. If someone can't make it to 3 meetings on time, they're not going to make it to your job on time. Someone can lie once really well, but these companies do a good job of just setting up the gates for you, just like a company that would qualify your leads for you and only hands them to you when they're measured and estimated. These companies work really well. If you can, that's where you need to end up. A service that does it for you, the HR route. You can hire in bulk, have a pipeline of people coming through that are qualified, and keep that relationship going even when you're not hiring. You would just always tell them, we're always taking applications for good people because we intend to grow. We're not plateauing. We're gonna keep going in the right direction. We're gonna need new people that are good internally and then have a future in this industry. So if you're serious, that application should stay on file for you. And they understand a business that treats them with respect up front and tells them how it is and where they're at, versus someone who will just promise them whatever to get them in line and then kick them out the door when it doesn't match. So there's a lot you can do now in busy time or like in you don't need help time to fill your pipeline, just like you can do with leads. You only worry about the good people when you need them. And when you're desperate, you make the worst choices of people. You accept that attitude, you accept that person who doesn't follow your standards as well, but he's good enough for now. It's like, yeah, that desperation really breeds a lot of bad hires for us in the past. Tons of bad, poisonous people. They're trying to help y'all. Ryan's got it figured out. Good. That system. I don't want to volunteer him, but go ask Ryan how he's got his system set up to go in that direction.
Ryan's a great resource. I mean, yeah, I'll volunteer him. No, like he's a great resource. He knows, what he's after, and like he's willing to help, and answer your questions and stuff, man. It's a good guy, And this what's made this group great, is just people who are willing to get on here and share and tell you what's working for them and stuff like that, So Ryan's definitely one of those guys. I was thinking while Rob was talking, another really great book that I finished recently. It's a classic. It's called Good to Great by Jim Collins. This is excellent book, man. And if you read other, business books, just a lot of them will like refer to this one. And one of the key takeaways to this is he talks about like having the right people on the bus, and then having them in the right seats on the bus, and talk about how, like great companies will hire great people. I mean, even if they don't need them, they'll hire the person just because they're a great person, and then figure out where to put them. And it's one of the things that's elevated. There are a lot of good companies that have been around for a long time, but they did this research on, they took the top companies that went from being really good companies to being really great companies and outperforming the market by like at least 3 times, and then sustaining that for at least 15 years. So there's some great stories in there, but what they figured out is these great companies, that's what they do, is they get the right people who fit, and then figure out how to get them into positions where they'll really excel. And yeah, great book. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, that's a good book. I reread it recently, actually.
Yeah,
good book.
Yeah, it's classic, man. It's like just some great info in there. And it's funny because I was saying, I was been hiring, been doing interviews and stuff, and was talking to this young lady who, I think I'd love to have her in this position, but I think she's just like way too qualified, which, but I don't know. But anyway, we were talking, and she was talking about how her dad worked for Hewlett Packard here recently, and they're one of the companies. That's one of the great companies. And that this company was started by like 2 guys who just were friends and decided, man, we should go into business together, and like they didn't really know what they were going to do. They just knew they really liked each other and they wanted to be in business together. And like they were going to do something like in electronics, roughly, and that was it. That's how they started their business. And they just built this business around like just having great people who loved working together, and just became this like incredible company. And she was telling me, yeah, her dad worked there for like 20 years, whatever, and loved it, and they loved him, and until finally it was like I think one of the founders passed away or whatever, and things that changed, but you can actually like start a great business like that, so yeah, pretty cool story. But it was interesting. I was, we were talking, and I had just finished this book, just like shortly before meeting her, and cool stuff, man. Who wants to build a great company,
Oh yeah.
Not everybody does, and it's like, and it's funny because in the book he makes like a case for like this. It's like, why be great? Because it's like, you got a good company, man. Good might be good enough, for you, and it's like hard to argue with that. But, some people want to build these, really great companies. So there's a method to it. I ran an ad on LinkedIn. Oh, not an ad. I just made a post, right? So I've got like the free membership. And this is funny, like LinkedIn is a decent platform, it's like, it's not, it's not Facebook, it's not Instagram. It's like more of a kind of a serious, ish, although it's, a little hit and miss, even there, but if you want a paid membership or subscription or whatever, it's like outrageously expensive. So it's like, so you can like have a free membership or whatever, or you can pay like a whole bunch of money for it. And then it asked me, hey, do you want to post a job? I'm like, yeah, I'll post a job. So I did, and I got like dozens of applicants. And which was really interesting because in the past, whenever I've tried to get people, it's really hard to get people to even like apply. In the glass business, I mean, like people just didn't want to do it, I guess. But anyway, so like after like the first, I was surprised how many people applied, and then after the first 12 or 15 or whatever, then LinkedIn was like, oh, they cut me off. It's like, oh yeah, okay, now if you want to keep going, you have to pay like $100 a day or something. Like, I mean, I was like, wow, really? Like, so he's from $0 to $100 a day.
It almost seems like they're trying to make you pay that $100.
Right. I mean, it's like, well, why wouldn't you have like why wouldn't you like ramp that up? I mean, why wouldn't you start out like, well, we'll give you this for $10 a day or this for $50 a day, But like from like nothing to, I'm like, well, I don't know. I've got like 15 applicants here. It's like, maybe I'll just stick with 0. But anyway, it was interesting because there were some really qualified people, and ended up doing a bunch of interviews and talking to a lot of people, and some really great, really like qualified, overqualified people. So I mean that's one angle, and we're just like we're hiring our very first employee. So so it's important, it's an important position. It's kind of a pivotal position. But we are like small and like just so we get a great person into this role, and I think I found the right person. I'll let you know next week. But we get the right person into this role. I think it could be just a boon, to the business. Somebody who's just got the right attitude and wants to learn and wants to teach and wants to do stuff, and is ready for change, and ready for to roll with it, roll with things. Because yeah, I mean when you're starting up, there's a lot, things change really rapidly, and it's like, okay, oh yeah, we were doing it that way last week, but this week we're doing it this way, And can you like thrive in that kind of environment? I love that kind of environment. I'm wired for that, But not everybody is, right? So that's pretty important until we get, all stabilized, and then everything will be pretty pretty normalized, But I never want to be to the point to where we're not growing or we're not changing, we're not trying new things. I mean, I always want to be in that kind of frame of mind, and be around people who are, working with people that feel the same way. But that's just me.
So did one of your candidates come from your LinkedIn ad?
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, all of my candidates did. So it was interesting because, like I said, I got like, I don't know, like I think about 15, that I actually plugged into my pipeline, right? And then they all sent resumes. So then, I just went through and decided which ones I wanted to actually have the first interview with. And all of those people showed up. So one person actually came in and brought his resume. So out of all of the people, one person did that. So he is like one of my finalists, right? He's one of the final 2. And then of all of the people that I interviewed, only him and one other person followed up with me. But every person that I scheduled showed up. So that, I mean, I've heard that people say, they get applicants in and then they set up an interview and they just don't
show.
show.
Yeah. Yeah, one time I did 6 in a day, and only like 2 showed up,
I
and one
hear
guy
that a
was like
lot.
an hour earlier. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that a lot. So I was like, I was surprised at the response, the initial response. Uh, but then I was surprised that everybody showed up, and everybody was like pretty, I mean, a decent candidate. There were a couple that were like really, really qualified. So one of the two. So there's that guy, and then the gal who is the other finalist. She's got a bachelor's degree in like agriculture. So I mean, she's like great fit, great attitude. Like yeah. So I'm actually leaning towards her. But I haven't talked to the other guy the second time. But
Is this kind of something that's going to be like an administrative thing, right?
yes,
At what point do you decide that you're making enough money and you have enough work for them to keep them busy to justify it? Like in general, like obviously we're hiring like installers. We know they're going to generate money, but you're hiring for a non-money generating activity essentially. How do you know when you're ready for that? Like we have our office people, but when do you need more? How do you know you can afford it? Do you set a certain amount aside, or do you reach a threshold of extra, not extra, but profit that you're like, okay, I want to take some of this money that I'm making and relieve this burden from my plate or something, like how do you make that decision?
great. That's a great question. Like the answer is like you do it before you can afford it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it's like which is like just bizarre, and like scary and like everything. But it's
Hmm.
like you can't. I mean, you get to the point to where so like I'm at the point to where I'm at kind of the end of myself, right? Like I can't do like I can do everything that I'm doing right now, and it's like I'm not really breaking a sweat. It's really pretty incredible what I can do. Um, but I surprise myself with it. But what I can't do is I can't go out and build my business. I can't go out and sell. I can't go out and meet with people. I can't. So all the stuff that like only I can do, I'm not free to do.
Hmm.
So it's like I have to hire someone to start doing these things that like that anybody could do. That I could train pretty much anyone to do. To start taking over those tasks so I can start doing the things that only I can do. You know what I mean? So like the 20% that produces 80% of the revenue, that's what I need to like focus in on. So it's a trip because honestly the money's not there. It's
The answer is always now. Like in my opinion, and from what I've heard, the answer is always now. You only don't work on hiring and adding if you're not working on growing because you won't need extra help. But the answer is always now, not because you can afford it because it makes sense. Because if you're doing a $10 an hour job right now as the owner in any part of your day, someone else can be doing that $10 an hour job. The owner can sweep the floors, can cook, can wipe the windows, can take the order, but at some point the owner has to outlet that activity to someone else so they can manage the overall growth and go land more customers or more locations, depending on where they're at. But the answer is always, if the goal is growth, the answer is always hiring to replace someone in there so that you can phase to that next level.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and I mean this is like we could have definitely have a whole meeting on this topic because my mind's going down all these like trails, right? As I'm thinking about it, because the thing is, what I am doing, like I'm good at what I'm doing, but there's somebody who's better at what I'm doing. I mean, a lot better, and it seems like oh man, I can't really afford to do this, but if I get somebody into this role and they're 5 times better at it than I am, then it's like holy smoke, man. I mean, things could just can explode. I could, I get somebody else in, to do something, that, and it's like I really still am enjoying everything that I do, which is a great time to like pass it on to somebody. It's like, before I hate it, you know, while I still love it, like, okay, give it to somebody else. Because like delegating something that you hate is like, that's hard to do, because like you almost have to not like the person you're delegating to, you know. But like giving over ownership of an area that you still love is like, oh man, it's like a gift. It's like, it's like handing your baby to somebody and saying, okay, you know, this is how you change the diaper. And, you know, and it's like, really, it's an act of love, you know, and it's a totally different mindset. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really fun to do that. So I'll let you know how it works out as it unfolds. All right, guys. Well, I guess we spent our hour, so we'll wrap it up and try to get next Thursday.
See you next Thursday.
All right, you guys. Have a good one, man.
Good night.
Yeah, later.